pictures everywhere. Walikufananisha na Musa, walikufananisha na Elia, walikufananisha na Musa, walikufananisha na Elia. Hayupo kama wewe, hayupo kama wewe. Sing it.
Hayupo kama wewe,
Hayupo kama wewe, hayupo kama. Sing it, say. Walikufananisha
na Musa,
walikufananisha
na Elia,
yeah. Walikufananisha
na Musa,
walikufananisha
na Elia.
Can we take you one more time? Yeah. Walikufananisha
na Musa,
walikufananisha
na Elia.
One more time. Walikufananisha
na Musa, na Elia.
Come on, sing it. Hayupo kama wewe,
Kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
sitaona kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
kama wewe, kama wewe.
hayupo kama wewe.
Can we take your mother? Je, ni nani wa kulinganishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kufananishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kulinganishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kufananishwa? Je, ni nani wa
Kulinganishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
wa kufananishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa kulinganishwa
Come on, sing.
nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa
Let me take you one more time.
kufananishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani
Hey, 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 hey.
wa
Come on.
kufananishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani
Come on,
wa
take it.
kufananishwa
Yes.
nawe.
Hayupo kama
Kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe. Are you ready now?
kama wewe,
Kama wewe, kama wewe.
hayupo
This is better than us. A one, a two, let's go two. You can both see this. A one, a two, a three, 20. Hey, hey, hey. One more time, one more time. Je, ni nani?
nani wa kulinganishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa kufananishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa kulinganishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa kufananishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani?
nani wa kulinganishwa nawe,
Je, ni nani? Can we take it? One, two. Hayupo kama wewe,
Kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
sitaona kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe,
hayupo kama wewe,
Bwana kama wewe.
hayupo kama wewe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. kufananishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kulinganishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kufananishwa nawe? Je, ni nani wa kulinganishwa? Je, ni nani?
wa kulinganishwa nawe?
Je, ni nani?
wa kulinganishwa nawe?
Je, ni nani?
wa kulinganishwa nawe?
Je, ni nani?
wa kufananishwa nawe?
Hayupo kama
wewe.
Bwana kama wewe.
Hayupo kama wewe.
Sitaona kama wewe.
Hayupo kama wewe.
Bwana kama wewe.
Hayupo kama wewe.
Sitaona kama wewe.
Hayupo kama wewe.
Bwana kama wewe.
Hayupo
Break it up, break it up, break it up. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. Come on, so.
All right, welcome back to Sunday Best right here on KTN Home. Beautiful music from our choir, our praise and worship team today, Pentecostal Revived Church Africa. All right, and more music coming your way. I believe that's a great blessing to you. Karibu sana. My name is Anthony Ndema. And of course, we get to that time where we have a conversation about what builds the spirit man, a conversation about things that really matter in our spiritual lives as we keep serving God. And so thank you very much for making time for that. Today I'm with a huge panel, all right? I'm with a huge panel. I have Pastor, ama sijui ni Bishop. Kama nimekuita pastor na wewe ni Bishop unisamehe. Of course, Amos together with the wife Kiki Otieno, and we also have a youngin wanaitwa hivyo siku hizi, Grace Wangare together with us. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
It's good to have you guys for this beautiful conversation. So we have moved from we've seen faces in our lives. Some of them we've never seen. We just learned in history. We lived during we did not live. I don't think I lived. But we have seen faces of the agrarian revolution, you know, the industrial revolution, and many others. But today we live in the information age. Information is everywhere. You know, you leave your house, you have billboards, but it's gotten too close to us. We never imagined that we will get to a point where you don't have to go to church. You can sit at the comfort of your house and not just watch TV, but go to your phone and stream and say, I went to church. And so that has come with its very interesting intrigues. So today we are talking about the youth church technology. And we'll want to do a bit of a focus on that online church. Is it, I know it comes with a blessing, but is this blessing also coming with other things that might not be desirable? So karibuni sana, that's ideally what we'll be talking about. Please, it will be good to hear your voice. Grace, tusalimie.
Hi, so my name is Grace Wangari Njadhi. I'm a recent graduate of International Relations from Strathmore University. Yes, and I'm happy to be here.
Lovely. Sitaki kusema miaka yako lakini nakuona mahali.
Yeah, I'm 23.
Oh, you're 23?
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations for graduating. Nasikianga ukitoka Strathmore, mambo ni mzuri.
Yeah.
Itakuwa mzuri. Thank you. You're welcome. Most welcome, Grace. Pastor Amos.
Amos, yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anto, for this wonderful conversation today. We are definitely from the International Church of Christ, Kenya. We actually just recently changed into that name. We used to be called Nairobi Christian Church. And we are definitely privileged to have parents who have youth and campus students. And so the topic that you're bringing up is right at the center of our discussions.
Right.
We actually happen to be pastors, youth pastors, together with my wife.
Yes.
We've done youth for like the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
It's a topic that, you know, inspires conversation. It's a topic that inspires decisions. But definitely the space where we are in is a space where exchange is very important.
I like
so that we can always have a clear way forward in the spiritual realm.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But beyond just being here, you also engage with other youth within the region, right?
Yes, yes. Apart from Nairobi, we have youth campuses around the country as well as across East Africa. And Anto, if there's one thing that we have to agree with is information has come home.
I like
you don't
that.
need to look for it.
Yes,
it finds you.
It finds you.
Yeah, and as you rightfully said, that has its pros and cons.
That's true.
Yeah, you have to figure out how to eat it like a fish. Otherwise, you might get a prick on the way.
Ah, I love that.
Yeah.
Kiki, karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to be here. And of course to be on set with Grace. Yeah, I've mentored her from when she was young, and now she's finished campus.
Right.
But I think even for us who mentor the youth, we must understand the times so that we become very relevant in their lives.
Right.
We get in their spaces, and so that we shepherd them in the right way.
Right.
Because you know, when you're a shepherd, you need to be ahead. You need to know what's going on. So I appreciate this conversation because I feel it's the right time, and we cannot be ignorant.
That's
you know,
true.
as church, we have to really converse and see what's the best way forward.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I've met you in different forums. I've never met you in this forum. Kumbe unakuanga hivi mformal, unakuwa msiri. Hasi, I'm coming to you, and we just want to understand church. Let's know what this church is, and also let's know what church online is. So we want to have a distinction between those two.
Yeah.
But before that, Grace, do you go to church?
Yes, I do.
All right. What does that mean to you?
I think now that we're on this topic, I think church just it symbolizes sacrifice mostly for young people.
All right.
And conviction. So personally, as an introvert, it's, you know,
you are an introvert.
Yeah, spirituality and just like Christianity, it promotes very extroverted ideals. You know, being outspoken about your beliefs, you know, being in a community, just socializing, talking to people about, you know, just confessing and everything.
Right.
And that as an introvert, you know, it can be, it's not the easiest thing to do because
be
you're
too
being
much.
pushed out of your comfort zone.
Right.
So it really just signifies your conviction towards church. You have to love church in order to show up consistently.
I like that. And that's a very good conversation we need to have. Introverts, people don't believe I am an introvert. I am. Sometimes when you go to spaces where people are talking and sharing testimonies, you think, kwani mimi ni sina kitu? You know? And I love what you said about conviction. This is heavily a matter of conviction. And we'll want you to speak on behalf of course, very personally, but also for young people, what really ticks when it comes to church and this entire online conversation. Church, online, passing.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think this is not a new introduction.
Yes.
Yet we come to terms with church actually in the New Testament. Yet in the Old Testament, we had the tabernacle, then it graduated to the temple, then now we also start meeting things like the synagogues, which were not there, which essentially, or in its basic level, you say it was where people would gather.
Right.
You know, and the sole purpose of that gathering was to have a meeting before God, you know, and have fellowship and hold each other accountable They would follow each other's life. They would eat together.
Right.
So it was a place also for gaining information and the latest, trends in the spiritual world. What are the Pharisees talking about? Or, what are the Sadducees coming? What are the essence discovering in the desert fasting and all that? So it was actually a place where people would come. Yet in the New Testament, we find that Jesus himself says, I will destroy this temple. So that becomes a paradox. It's like, and that is one of the fights that he gets to have with the Pharisees, because the temple was not just a place for meeting for the Jews. No, it was a place where they met God, but not just met God. It was a dwelling place of God. And so it held a certain, not just sentimental, but a deep meaning for the Jewish community or for the Israelite community, just apart from being a gathering place, a place for, eating and confessing, and being cleansed, and the priest going in to pray for you and coming out. No, this was actually a sacred place. You left everyone from the farms to come to Jerusalem, not just to the Jerusalem, city of God, but so it had more meaning than just gathering. But in the New Testament, when now Jesus says, church is now in your heart, you don't have to believe. Now you don't have to, or rather stop the ritualistic sacrifices and the ritual going to the temple. God is very interested in your heart and so on and so forth. So we find that is a paradigm shift, for the Israelite community. It's a paradigm shift even for the disciples of Jesus themselves. And they have to keep grappling with that because now there are boundaries that have been broken. True. Big shifts. Now, in our day, now when we say church online, or cyber church,
it's a very common statement. Church online.
The
walls are broken.
Actually, no, it actually brings that notion that the walls are broken.
That's right.
It has gone beyond just people coming together and all that. But the question maybe is, what's church online and what does it do? I think that's an important thing to just check out. Maybe not in depth as we would and pull out all the writings about it, but what Church Online has done is it has offered an alternative. And somebody might say it's an alternative church. While it may be, according to sometimes how people believe about it, because in online church we have churches that have actually come up with chat rooms. They have come up with apps. They have come up with platforms where actually people they log in and they engage. They basically engage on like almost everything that a brick and mortar church would do. They have fellowships there. They have face-to-face disciple relations. They have preachings in there. They have messages. They have what you used to call Sunday school in there, and all this at one time. So there's a space shift into the activities that used to happen on the brick and mortar church.
The traditional church.
The traditional church, if you may.
Now,
to now the
online church. I want you to hold it right there.
Thank you.
There's also the local church that we speak about all the time. We just want to understand the difference. I like the traditional Old Testament, New Testament, and now the online church. Pastor Kiki, just give us a bit of an understanding in a minute about the local church and what that signifies.
The local church here, I think to me it means our normal congregations. And for me it means identity. I have a family with people that I commune with. And it goes beyond the spiritual needs. It goes beyond the preaching, the Sunday message. There are many activities that people engage in on a day-to-day basis in between the week than make us part of the family, of the church family. And I think many churches across the country, they have many activities that that make a church home. Yeah, and I think while I agree with him that the online has the platform and it has everything, I think for me it can never replace
the local church.
The local.
Sometimes the topic
It can never replace that.
The local church,
I want to. I have where I sit in church. On that window, I want to see person so and so.
Right.
I like when so and so is singing. You're getting the aspect of relationship.
That's right.
Yeah. So
hold it right there. So I mean, we've just started the conversation. So there's something beautiful about the local church.
Yeah.
There's something beautiful about the online church. That's what we want to see. Should you throw one for the other? Should you throw the baby and the basin and the water and say this is where we are? Or where do they meet? And also we'll also want to hear from Grace. Does this local church make sense anymore? And does it make sense today when you guys, unataka kuingia mtandao ufanye kitu yako? So that's the conversation we just want to have. We have another few minutes to delve into that. We take a short break. Of course, our beautiful praise and worship team continues with the music right here on Sunday Best, KTN Home. Don't go too far. This means a lot to you. Baraka tele.
Amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Bwana sema amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Bwana sema amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Asema Bwana asema amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Bwana asema amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Bwana asema amenipanda mimi kando ya mito yenye maji mengi. Take it. Turn it. Hallelujah. Come on, put your hands together one more time. We go. Hallelujah. Higher. Mipango. Hallelujah. Mipango. Ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango. Ana mipango mizuri mizuri kwetu, ratiba zetu anazishughulikia. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Ratiba
zetu anazishughulikia.
Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Ratiba zetu anazishughulikia. One more time we sing mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Ratiba zetu anazishughulikia.
Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu.
Mipango, ana mipango mizuri kwetu. Ratiba zetu anazishughulikia.